Welcome back to They Did What? Your source for the internet's craziest, most entertaining stories, where I go with them, analyze them, and most certainly make fun of them. Today I'll be covering part 28 of the longest running story in this channel from our favorite Redditor, which is titled, While Wife Thought Her Affair Was Going Unnoticed, Husband Was Playing the Long Game Preparing for War. And guys, here we are, part 28. We're going to have 50 by the end of the year, I'm telling you. This one is a particularly entertaining one. Our guy here, as you are aware, he's now back on the dating scene. He mentioned in the last video, and this whole post of his is all about his adventures in dating. And let me tell you, it will not surprise any of you. Things that all of us, including me, have experienced, and it ain't fun, but it's funny to hear. And you're going to see he makes some mistakes that a lot of you guys that watch me know not to do, but he's learning in real time, and it cracks me up. And also some of the things, the type of women he goes out with and all that, nope, no different than any things I've been covering in 6 years. So sit back, you're going to get a good laugh on this one. And our guy, he has his usual sense of humor in the whole thing. So he says here, so I've been dating again. This is condensing roughly 2 months of being on the market. Just after New Year's, my buddy Bob recommended I attend a dating event. It was a singles arcade night. It was odd. I think there were 2 guys other than my age. A singles arcade night. That sounds kind of cool. Of course, I'm 48 years old. The rest of the people there are mostly older, like 40s and 50s, and there were 3 who were younger than me. Like really younger. I could swear that one was a couple of 8-year-old boys on each other's shoulders with a trench coat on. It was after work, so everyone was dressed up in office clothes. Yours truly had his John/Emily clothes on, because why not? They're the nicest clothes that I own. Hell, the whole ensemble's like $1,000, so I can cosplay as a rich asshole. Remember, his ex-wife Emily was buying him stuff on John's credit card. There were a bunch of 2-player games, plus football, air hockey, DDR, and other rhythm games. Those 2-player games with the guns that I don't play. A few fighting and racing games, which would make me vomit with motion sickness. Since DDR is my jam, I was able to dominate. I started out by destroying Butterfly and then Captain Jack, and the rest was legend. Mere words cannot convey the awkward, electrified orangutan that I became. There were more women there than men, but not by too much. Hear that? This backs up articles I've read about these various dating events and how very few men show up to these things anymore. Sometimes none at all. Gee, I wonder why. I was the funny fun guy for a bit, and your boy got 6 phone numbers. Not bad, man. That's what happens when there's more of them than guys. I wasn't even sneaky or coy about it. They walked up to me, asked for my phone number, and plugged in their numbers. Just to be clear, it wasn't like they were all standing in line to meet me or anything. It's just that every woman I was paired up with gave me their number and wasn't really shy about it. I figured that happened to everybody, but after talking to some guys there, apparently not. So I guess I'm just a real special PBS kid, as they once told me. Well, probably, I'm sure these women noticed that other women were going up to him, so they're thinking, oh, there must be something about him, so I got to get his number. Well, I went out on coffee dates with them, and some of them ghosted me afterwards. Welcome to the dating scene, amigo. I do have some follow-up coffee dates planned with some of them, but we haven't been able to synchronize schedules yet. No ghosting from them, though, and they seem interested. I don't know well enough if there's something there yet. Yeah, well, if they're not rushing to try to get you out on another date, probably their interest is low. Because if their interest is high, they'd be making time. They're just seeing other guys potentially. You know, it is what it is. On the dating apps, there was a lot of people trying to get me to move from the app to WhatsApp or some other chat service. I tried that once and ended up spending too much time for what that amounted to an advertisement for someone's OnlyFans account. Lesson learned. You know, it was only a matter of time for some girl he was talking to was trying to get him to join or follow or pay for her OnlyFans account. There was also plenty of ghosting. Amateurs. I'm the Superfly Ninja Master of ghosting. You call that ghosting? It's weak. Let me be clear that I'm not the one ghosting this time. I've been going out of my way not to ghost because that's the point of the whole exercise right now. To not be pathologically avoidant. My therapist will be very angry if I ghost anyone or I am not truthful about why I wouldn't want to pursue a relationship with them. I'm being truthful while framing it in a conciliatory way. Okay, you heard that part. So he's not ghosting him. He wants to be honest and do the honorable thing and explain to a woman why he's rejecting them. Let's see how that goes later in the video. Last time I checked, women don't like rejection too well. I believe his therapist is a woman. And what I tell you about taking advice in dating relationships from women. But we'll come back to that momentarily. Well, I had a decent texting exchange from one of the women from Arcade Night, so I went on a coffee date with her. She was really nice and interesting, but she bragged that she got along with all her exes. Red flag. That set off a big alarm in me. I asked her how many exes, and she said 4. I asked her, what, get along with? And she said that they go out on friend dates. There you go. A gal who's looking for her new future ex, and she hangs out with 4 of her exes, who she slept with when she was in a relationship with them, who probably are the guys she goes to talk to you about when things aren't going well. And I can only imagine, no way, check please, this ain't going to work. By this time, I had the ambulance sirens going off in my head, and I was kind of non-committal about continuing with her. She asked if she could see me again, and I just told her that I wasn't feeling it, sorry. She asked why, and I decided to be truthful, and I told her I wasn't comfortable with her ex's situation. Okay, here we go. Instead of ghosting her or giving her some BS answer, he's going to do the honorable thing and be truthful to make his therapist happy. Watch how this woman takes rejection. She called me insecure and controlling. And I just sort of shrugged my shoulders and told her that's what the ladies trapped in my basement told me. Hoe Bag Handbook, Chapter 18. That's the go-to thing. When you're doing something or don't approve of their behavior, you're going to get labeled controlling and insecure. She's hanging out with 4 of her exes. No, that's not good. Oh, well, you're controlling and insecure if you don't allow me to do that. You think she'd be okay with him hanging out with 4 of his exes if he had 4 exes and they were beautiful and he slept with them before? I think not. I didn't want to argue with her because she wasn't my fiance or anything like that. And how do you argue with that you aren't insecure without sounding like you're insecure? Especially with someone who's already decided that you're insecure. I probably am insecure, which I think is a natural reaction to, yes, I go out on dates with 4 different guys I used to have sex with. Another woman decided beforehand that she couldn't go out with me because I was a Virgo, which, guilty. She was kind of a jerk about it, so I asked her if she thought the planets were shaped like balls or pancakes, and she ghosted me. She wouldn't go out with him because of his fucking zodiac sign and was a jerk about it. Guys, so far, let's review. Half the chicks ghosted him, okay, after a date or just ghosted him in general. Then another chick giving him a hard time because his fucking zodiac sign. Another one he was talking to was just trying to lead him to join her OnlyFans account. What else? Oh, the chick getting pissed off at him because he's rejecting her because she hangs out 4 of her exes. Welcome to modern dating. We're not done because the grand finale is coming up soon. Oh, here's another one before the grand finale. I talked and texted with a trauma OR nurse, and she has, wait for it, 3 kids. The youngest has severe autism. Her ex is a former surgeon and addicted to opioids. Ex is somewhere in California going to rehab again. Nurse, huh? Since it's just her and she doesn't have a lot of free time, we met for a coffee and she's very attractive. Looks like her picture and is smart and nice. I told her I liked her, but I didn't think that she had the bandwidth for a relationship, and she agreed. She says she was looking for something just casual, with somebody who is capable of adult conversation and is not constantly asking her for things. I said, okay, I could always use another buddy, I suppose. Translation, the nurse here, the nurse single mom of 3 kids, I wonder if all 3 kids are from the same daddy, essentially wants to have a casual friends and benefits relationship. That's my interpretation. Now, that guy could do that. She's good looking, obviously low maintenance, but we all know the problems that could happen here, and our guy obviously isn't looking for that. I would just check, please avoid that. Hopefully that he doesn't pursue that. I went out with my gym accountability buddy for protein shakes after the workouts. This is a girl he mentioned. And after a few times of this, both we figured it would be best just for us to be friends, and we are. I knew that wasn't going to work out. He mentioned a few videos of a girl being interested in a chick he goes to the gym with. Nope. Keep her as a buddy. By far, the worst experience was that I made the mistake of going out on a first date on Valentine's Day. A first date on Valentine's Day, dude? Smack! I can't remember the last time I smacked him. Come on. Common sense, brother. But at least you got a story for all of us. I thought it would be romantic, you know? How did you meet Mom and Dad? Oh, on Valentine's Day. Oh, wow, so romantic. She was very pretty. No kids, no divorces. She said she was a teacher. We got a nurse, we got an OnlyFans chick, and we got a teacher. We did not talk about the exes. Since we were meeting in person on Valentine's Day, she suggested a nice, fine dining restaurant with a Valentine's Day special dinner course. First date on Valentine's Day, and first date, not a coffee date, going to an expensive freaking fine dining restaurant. Now, he says she's very good looking. Obviously, in her prime, she knows she can get this, and he falls for it. Smack! Never do that. I drink. You'll find out why. Well, I got there, and we had the dinner for two, plus some stuff added to the menu. We had a nice conversation, but she seemed kind of distant and non-committal, and I could tell she wasn't into me. It ended up being close to, wait for it, $200, including tip. Meanwhile, he could have spent, I don't know, a few bucks on coffee or tea. $200 of his hard-earned money for a chick who's sitting there more interested in probably looking around or looking at her phone and the food. That was a foodie call. But he has to learn. When the bill came, she grew T-Rex arms and was unable to reach her wallet. To be fair, I was the one who asked her out, but she was the one who suggested the place. But bro, she didn't even try. I would have appreciated a perfunctory, hey, allow me, or let's do halfsies. No, she got a free meal out of it. Well, I confronted her about it, and she said that since I asked her out, I should pay. I asked her out on a coffee date, not a fine dining date. Very true, brother, but you went along with it. And I know why. Because obviously you said she's very good looking. You're not the first, and not the last. We had some disagreement, but I ended up paying because I didn't want to start a public shitstorm, and I could afford it. Don't get me wrong, I couldn't afford it every date, but it was an expensive lesson that did not bankrupt me, is what I'm saying. Well, I hope if you learned the lesson, okay, it was worth it. At least I hope your fucking steak or whatever you ate was good. Well, after I dropped her off, I got a text saying from her that she wasn't feeling it and thanked me for a nice evening. Well, at least she didn't ghost you. You knew that was coming. I'm thinking, you think? Hey, Venmo me some cash. I told my buddy Bob about it, and he said I got a foodie call. See? For a minute, I felt like one of those old Warner Brother cartoons on YouTube where the guy turns into a lollipop and says sucker on it. But then again, it could have been just that she just wasn't into me. I haven't altered or enhanced my pictures in my profile, so I'm reasonably sure I'm not doing that bait and switch thing when it comes to how I look. Dude, she probably connected the dots and figured she's good looking, she can pull this off, and it worked. She got you. But you learned something. At least I hope. Well, I know some of you will probably slap your foreheads and want to slap me through the internet, but I'm kind of starting to realize how great Shrea was. Well, I've been slapping him for his mistakes, but, you know, as a bro. Shrea. Here we go, thinking about Shrea. We're still texting, and I told her about the alleged foodie call, and she said it sounded like the person I had dinner with wasn't the person I was texting with, which, looking back, makes sense. I probably got grifted. Possibly. And we're back on Shrea, and he's still texting her. Isn't she supposed to be finding the future Mr. Shrea? Yeah, Shrea was cool, and obviously a babe, and cooked well, although her cooking made him get fat. Fat-ish. She was there for the right time, but I just don't see it working. She ain't leaving her religion. Ain't leaving her family. Ain't leaving India. I tried to report foodie call, but the account was apparently deactivated or deleted, or maybe they just blocked me. I sent a stern word email to the administrators, though, so I'm sure she'll be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. Insert sarcasm. Well, I asked Shrea about her engagement, and she said that it's not official, but they've been going out on supervised dates and meeting each other's families and extended families. Oh, exciting, a supervised date. It's fucking 2026, for heaven's sake. They haven't done the official engagement ceremony because the groom's grandfather is in the hospital recovering from surgery. She seems satisfied and upbeat. No, she's not. She's not happy with this situation, and it's not fair to the guy. She's talking to this dude, and meanwhile she's engaged to that guy, and obviously she's in love with this guy, and this guy obviously has strong feelings for her. They shouldn't be talking. That ain't cool. A Kosh there is going to get screwed. In the comments on my last post, someone said I should tell Bev's husband to contact Emily about getting some help in his divorce against Bev. I think at this point he's just trying to get a favorable custody decision and mitigate his financial responsibilities to his wife. He showed up at my gym afterwards, and I invited him, and I got him a guest pass on my account. Well, good. Exercise will do him well. He said that Emily is actually helping him with information on Bev's activities. Man, Emily's turning on her BFF. No loyalty. No honor among thieves. I asked if there's anything that could get him in a fault divorce, and he said no, unfortunately. Maybe it can help with alimony or child support. I don't know. I'm happy that Emily is taking responsibility for not only her affair, but Bev's as well. I gotta say, I'm impressed with her progress. Maybe the meeting in May will be productive. That's right. He's gonna meet with, okay, it's March. Well, we got 2 months. He'll be meeting with Emily. I can't wait for that story. This dating exercise right now is to be able to face uncomfortable situations without dipping out there like a ninja, and also about being truthful and not avoiding any kind of confrontation. There's a surprising amount of confrontation if you're truthful on a date. I've discovered it turns out I'm not comfortable with your situation. It's confrontational. Who knew? My therapist she knows everything. I knew it. I thought his therapist was a woman, and she's telling him all these things. If she can help him on aspects of his divorce and him getting back on track with things like that, okay. But in terms of how he should behave on a date and all that type of thing, no. Take relationship dating advice from a guy, not your female therapist or any women at all. See what he did by telling that chick, the reason he wasn't interested in her? Boom. Got pissed off. Gave him shit. I love to tell you that dating is a dusty hellscape populated by robots and hookers, but it is not. At least for me, it's not. Your mileage may vary. It's not that exciting or dramatic. It's rather banal, really. Hey, you like breathing air? So do I. I love breathing air. Ha ha ha. Let's consume a bucket of high fructose corn syrup disguised as coffee. Meanwhile, Beans the cat knocked my phone off the nightstand at 4 o'clock in the morning and looked at me like I was the one who did something wrong. I love this cat. I think she's trying to off me. Both things can be true. And that is it. That was one of the more enjoyable updates I've covered in a while because it goes right into everything I cover here. And I'm sure none of you guys were surprised by any of that. I didn't hear one promise. The only promising thing he had out of all those gals he described who he went on the dates with was the freaking nurse. The single mom nurse of 3 kids who basically said it without saying it, I'm up to something casual like a friends with benefits. So if he wants to get some ass, he's desperate, but personally, I don't think he should go there. But that's it. The rest of them, OnlyFans, ghosting, a chick who talks to all her exes looking for some sucker, a chick using him for a food date $200 bill. Welcome to dating in the 2020s, the modern dating scene. And this guy's cool. And, he's got a good sense of, obviously has a good sense of humor. His story is a top one, but that's what we all deal with. But anyhow, good luck to him. I'm sure he's really thinking about Shrea right now. And she has a lot of positive qualities. I just don't see it as a long-term prospect. But who knows what may happen down the road. So there you go. All right, guys, that's it for today. Be sure to comment down below. Let me know what you think about this. Be sure to like the video, share with your friends, and subscribe. I'll catch you next time.